we have some Wuhan lab connections. So if you read that title, it says the man at the center of the world's biggest story has a conflict of interest. Why won't the media report it? This is from the Daily Caller. I'm going to be quoting some excerpts from it, but I think this is really interesting to pay attention to as well. So Daily Caller reports, much reporting on the WHO's recent visit to Wuhan has done little to characterize Dr. Peter Daszak, the sole U.S. citizen on the team, and his background. Daszak has a long financial history with the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Previous reporting shows this. He even organized a PR campaign in early 2020 to paint the lab leak hypothesis as a conspiracy. He's the one who did the PR campaign. We'll show the financial connections in a second. In order to relieve the lab and Beijing of any potential scrutiny. Sounds like a fair and honest person, right? We've been told that believing that it's from a lab is crazy, that it's a conspiracy theory. Yet somebody who has direct financial ties is saying, well, let's do some propaganda to show how it wasn't that place that I have a financial interest in. Like, look over there, look at the birdie. Daily Caller continues, NBC reported the news too and cited Chinese researchers working at the lab. Did you do it? No. Do you work there? Yes. Was there any wrong? No. Okay, I believe you. Sounds good. Goodbye. So Chinese researchers working at the lab is among those who have dismissed the theory that the virus leaked from the lab. Business Insider wrote that the WHO experts were so sure of the lab theory post-investigation that they were able to take the hypothesis off the table entirely. Mind you, a couple hours later, the WHO came out and basically backtracked all of it and said, look, well, we're not taking it off the table. There's a lot of evidence pointing here. Other publications like BBC News, the Associated Press, even cited Daszak in their reporting, but not his direct financial ties in the lab and its research. The AP noted that Daszak said the team enjoyed a greater level of openness than they had anticipated. They were granted full access to all sites and personnel they required, or they requested. The level of openness Daszak bragged about was actually the opposite. We found this out later. China was withholding key information from the WHO team, according to the Wall Street Journal. Can you give us all the information? No. Can you give us a little bit of information? No. Okay, good enough. They were fully open with us. They gave us everything we could have. To start, Daszak heads up a nonprofit. Okay, this is where the financial ties come in. You'll be interested in this. Heads up a nonprofit called EcoHealth Alliance that has channeled money from the National Institutes of Health to the WIV, according to a lengthy article published by New York Magazine in January 2021. So that money that EcoHealth Alliance provided helped the Wuhan lab continue conducting research regarding the diseases of humans and bats, which this strain of coronavirus, or the novel coronavirus, has been linked to bats, and that was kind of where the direction came in. But the question was it linked to a bat in a wet market 400 meters from the Wuhan lab? So regarding the diseases of humans and bats, according to the New York Magazine article, he also used money from another program researching emerging pandemic threats through his nonprofit and into the Wuhan virology lab. I wonder. The money was mixed in with funds from the National Institutes of Health and the U.S. Defense Threat Reduction Agency, and Daszak's nonprofit was eventually instructed to cease providing any funds to Wuhan Institute of Virology in April 2020, a few months after the global pandemic began. This is where it gets good, guys. This isn't over. This gets better. Just you wait. Daszak pushed back on the NIH and helped get 77 Nobel Prize winners to sign a letter condemning its demands. The letter claimed that canceling the funds would hurt the nation and the world of highly regarded science that could help control one of the greatest health crises in modern history and those that may arise in the future. China, the same country that was the architect of the idea of the lockdown, and just so happened to watch everybody else in the world lock down their economies. Meanwhile, people are partying in Wuhan. There's a video of parties, massive parties going on in Wuhan.